Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for the opportunity to be in front of you. It's nice to see a couple familiar faces in the crowd. So we decided to title our presentation, Fear and Loathing for Agentic AI in Las Vegas. How many people understand that reference? Most of you? None of you? Some of you? Movie from 98 and a book from 71? More importantly, with all the positive energy here at the show regarding AI, someone said to me earlier today, there's AI overload even. How can we begin by talking about fear and loathing with AI, agentic AI? And there's a reason for that, is because at the same time as feeling all the positive and exciting things that come with it, it's almost invariably true that there's an element of fear and anxiety and concern about AI. And we want to look into that and why that is. Given the opportunity to click. Oh, my screen isn't clicking here. So here we are. We're on this timeline, and it's a continuing process of ongoing digital evolution. And you guys know it to be true already. We're at the next major disruptive paradigm shift. Form.IO as a company was born and built on the last major paradigm shift, mobilization of the web. And we have some remarkable parallels between that major disruption and the one that we're all in right now. So why is there fear and loathing of this moment? Well, in truth, there's both. We can squint at it one way and we can see the endless opportunities where they can be characterized by solving new problems and having greater flexibility and reducing time to market and entering new markets, improving customer experience, and all this goodness. But for every good and positive item, there's a corresponding challenging one. There's the risk, the uncertainty, the concern about being able to integrate solutions and scale them and solution them with third-party vendors. So you live in both, and you end up asking my questions. Am I improving our experience, or am I losing ground by letting go of human interface? Am I saving time and money, or somehow it feels like I'm not? I'm spending more time and money. Am I improving things or taking a step back? So you live in this world where there's both, and I want to talk about why. Right now, it's true that the vast majority of organizations that are trying to implement AI are running into some rather significant obstacles. And there's a variety of reasons, but at the top of the list is their ability to integrate these new capabilities with existing systems, and then to comply with data security and compliance, and then to actually achieve cost savings and fulfill all the promise that's said to come with AI. So the stage is set for having fear and loathing for AI. So we look at why that is. And in the simple version of the story, it goes like this. I'm going to build a networked, agentified platform application. And to do so, I'm going to deploy a bunch of agents. And when they begin, they're the same as each other. And what I'm going to do is compare them against my list of discrete, hard-coded processes that I want to automate and agentify. And by doing so, I'm going to take each one of them and train it on that one specific task or short list of specific tasks. This looks logical and feels logical, but in truth, it brings with it some huge challenges and significant efforts to make it happen. It's taking the whole of your data and putting it in the system and training those agents on how to react and know and respond to your data. And then just as importantly, to retrain them and monitor them and to test them and to gain trust in them and to be able to audit them and report on them so that you know that the outcomes of their efforts are what you want them to be. So pursuing this methodology looks logical and feels logical and may ultimately be logical in some cases, but it comes with significant technology challenges, and it's stopping organizations dead in their tracks. So our question is, what if you didn't have to? This is the heart and soul of what I'm going to talk to you about today. What if you had the opportunity to not think of it that way? What if we're sort of getting it all wrong? What if instead of dedicating each agent to its own discrete, hard-coded, again and again, reiterated, trained, and retrained tasks, what if I took a different approach? And I said, I'm going to be able to set it up so that I can present discrete tasks to different agents without that agent having to be pre-trained. And to do that, I'm going to present the agents with pre-trained processes. We like to say, don't train the brain. And it sounds good, but what it would allow you to do, if you're able to do it, is have this network of agents that provide you the flexibility that I try to capture in these slides, where individual agents can be allocated to different tasks at different times based on the process definition, the data model definition that you're presenting that agent at that time, rather than hard fixing a bespoke, discrete agent separately from another agent. And you can see by the ability to change these colors around that you can achieve a flexible network of individual agent capabilities and be able to change what they do or simply update what they do without having to retrain them again and again and again. So it sounds easy, and I've only got a few minutes. So we say don't train the brain, but how can we do that? And what we do for the last 10 years, what Form.IO does, is we provide a solution to build and manage digital web forms. And the way we do it is instead of building it in the app and hard coding it, we pull it out and build dynamic forms and then inject them back in. That's what we know. That's what we've been doing. That's proven. And so it occurs to us, from where you come matters. We can do the same thing with Agentic AI. We can extract Agentic AI solution sets and instruction sets, just like digital web forms and just like APIs, and provide and create defined process instructions and deliver to the AI and pull it away from the AI as we wish, just like we've been doing for the last 10 years. And the way we do that, this is the way we build digital web forms with the time that I have. You pull out form building into a dedicated portal. You build JSON, not HTML. You take that JSON, you render it to support a human interface called a form interface. This is pre-AI. And you render it in an app so that you've delivered to a dynamic, JSON-driven human interface. So now what you do is you do the same thing. You continue to do that, and you use that same approach to extract the data model definition through a form definition. You leverage JSON in both cases. You feed it when necessary and desired to support the human interface. And instead of just supporting the human interface, you use it to define the agent interface through the new Form.IO Universal Agent Gateway. What that Universal Agent Gateway does is it translates JSON into instructions for that agent, just like we translate JSON into a renderer for the human interface. The parallelism and the continuity between those two is remarkable and empowering. What we see in the marketplace is from where you come matters. We know that there's a lot of point solutions with form solutions that are coming up with their own specific AI agent solutions. And then there's the monolithic, full stack, previous gen, ERP-oriented platforms that are providing their very capable but specific and bespoke and dedicated agent solutions. Form.IO, just like we are on the digital web side of things, is providing a universal gateway that allows our customers to be able to train, leverage those tools the way they want to, not the way we do. It's a fundamental difference. And because of that, where other solutions may have an opportunity to hit a wall or hit a ceiling, Form.IO allows you to produce the agentified workflow applications that you want to produce with flexible agent definitions. So in some level of conclusion, I like to say, maybe I'm not standing in the right area. These solutions can tie into, one of the big things is tying into your back-end platforms, your legacy systems. You saw that was the number one requirement. Because we're leveraging what we already know and is already proven about Form.IO, these agentified applications can tie into your legacy systems. Form.IO is already being recognized by all of the LLMs as the technology of choice. If you ask it, what should I do? It will lead you to our doorstep. But with that said, I want to acknowledge there's going to be a lot of shakeout, but there's going to be a lot of good solutions out there. And some of them will come from monolithic solutions, and they're going to be good. And some of them will be bespoke, isolated, singular point solutions, and they're going to be good. We feel that the Form.IO Universal Agent Gateway, UAG, will provide the best of both worlds for your own customized solution. Thanks for the opportunity to speak to you.